Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan, I'm the Kryptonian Collector, and today guys, we don't have a Kryptonian, but we do have a speedster. Flash, the brand new figure from the Flash movie, MMS 71316 scale collectible figure, just came in yesterday, and want to get it open for you. My initial thoughts on this, I was really liking all the reviews I have seen so far. I went with the special edition. I did like the suit, even though I did not enjoy the film as much, but I did really like the suit and some of the effects. Of course, this was the end really of the DCEU, and I think it was handled poorly, but that's for a whole other video. Although I didn't enjoy the film, I did enjoy some of the characters, and I really did want to get the figures for another Justice League display. So, without further ado, I'm going to crack into this thing, and we're going to take a look and see everything it comes with. Alright everyone, and so here it is in all its glory. I've already got the pre-cut done on the top, but let's just take a look. So right here you see the Flash MMS 71316 scale figure. The Flash logo, DC, the Hot Toys logos. This one is definitely actually, you know what? It looks more like a still from the film. Sideshow's sticker right up here, right at the top. Now, I have to admit, I was really worried. This is the first figure I've gotten out of Sideshow since all the border weirdness and whatnot, but honestly, from my perspective, it was only fractionally higher. I'm not sure if that's because Sideshow is eating up some of the cost going across the border or whatnot, but I know that they were taking a big hit from China when these figures were coming in, and I'm assuming they took most of the hit, but let's take a look at the other side. All right, so the Flash, the lightning effect on the side with the logos, and again, the Flash, more lightning effects, and the Flash logo at the top. Now, if we pull the figure out, just like that, now we can really see some stuff. So, obviously the little Flash logo, it's mirroring the Supergirl figure 100%. You can see the extra hands, the lightning effects, the main figure. And as you can see a little bit, there's the extra, Ezra Miller or Barry Allen head sculpt, along with different options for the mouths. And if you want to use the different headset or the different helmet for the Flash figure with the little yellow eye shields, they are in there as well. I can see the special edition ring, which I'm extremely excited about, right up here in the right hand corner. And yeah, without further ado, we're going to crack into this thing and take a look. There we go. And out of the box. So as I said, there is the ring, the extra head sculpt pieces, the tools to help you in displaying the figure, and here is the plug for the base and the figure maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I do know I want to get everything hooked up with the Supergirl base and this base. I've also got some other cool stuff coming in a later video, which you guys definitely have to stay tuned for. But there's the crotch grabber. The base would be beneath. Let's take a look right here. I'm going to pry this off. Outer clamshell, the manual, as all, is at the bottom. And there we go. So you can get the top of the clamshell off without taking any of the accessories. I typically do this just to see the figure and just give it a once over to make sure everything's all right. And as you can see, all the lightning effects are in. The one issue I'd say I have, which I don't really have, I guess, they kind of explained it away as being the suit or he's mastered the Speed Force, but the yellow lightning to blue in both Zack Snyder's Justice League and I guess the regular version, but we don't watch that. But the difference is a little bit off-putting, but they kind of explained it away enough. Here is, okay, I'm gonna have to read the manual on that. I'm assuming this is for the eyes, maybe, or something to set that up, or maybe it's a base for this thing. So the first thing I'm gonna take a look at right here is the ring, and man, is that cool. It is a full-on, I can wear this kind of thing ring, but unfortunately my fingers are a little bit bigger, so it won't fit, but this is definitely going to go in a display somewhere. This would be perfect if you actually had a Justice League throne room. I've got the trident. I now have Barry Allen's ring. I've got some kryptonite, actual replica prop from Smallville of Superman's crystal. So yeah, you could probably make a pretty nice display. It is plastic and does feel a little bit cheap, but all in all, not terrible. So I'm going to put that one right back in there for now until I figure out what I want to do with it. Let's take a look at the head sculpt. And there we go. I'm really, really liking the Ezra Miller head sculpt, as you can see. Now, if you wanted to do a display where he's just kind of standing at the back computer, perhaps, I do have a pre-order in on Chess Inc. So I'm thinking maybe if you have a display with you could display the Flash looking at the computers in Affleck's Batman cave, or if they do a back cave from the Keatonverse, you could use this piece. But definitely looks like Ezra Miller 100%, so definitely usable. Here's one of the interchangeable mouth pieces. I can't be the only one that thinks this would be, I don't know, you'd have to have some sort of action pose, but I don't know about that one. And the other one, which, you know, if you want to have them just kind of standing there, I don't know, I might go with this one actually, instead of just the regular mouth. It's hard to say right now. That's the fun though. You can always display differently and find out what works best for you. And maybe that tool is to get this stuff out, because this thing does not want to come out. Let's see. I figured it out. And if it's not for that, then I've found a use for it. And here is the other piece. So this one looks like, yeah, magnets. It'll just snap right on. The eyes are already in there. So if you see, there's your magnet. And here is the eye pieces. So I'll just straighten it out right now. Now this one I will not be using, but definitely cool that they included this, and with such an easy interchangeability. There we go. And now to the actual piece. Oh my, please tell me that didn't break. Oh, thank God. All right, so he is out, he is free. The main issue I'm having right now, just taking him out of the box, I like that they're out there, but they should be steel. These 100% feel like they could snap off. That is not good. Of course, they've got more of the foam. We'll take all the foam out. There's more foam. And all this stuff. The suit is rubbery. I like the suit. I'm really excited to hopefully see the paneling lines all lit up. Yeah, the suit fits really well. Actually, I think the backside of the suit, I hate to say it, but usually there's a weirdness if you have them away, and this one doesn't seem to have that, but I'm going to be taking the hands off 100% to get rid of that one. And again, the top panel piece, this one just, it feels too cheap to me. So take that off. There we go. So you can see I've taken the top of his head off. It's actually quite easy, but there we go. Snap that down back on again for a little while. And there he is back in all his glory. Some good movement. Again, these suits, I don't like having them crazy. There's a couple poses. I know that sometimes people put them in insane poses, but for me right now, I think I'm going to go again. Might be boring, but with a more static pose. So we got the figure out and aside. We'll take that out. And the last main piece in here is the Flash base. There it is. So the light up will light up right here. It's got the Flash nameplate. It's pretty light, much like the Supergirl one. There is the outlet for the USB-C and obviously on off when you want to charge it. I am working on my display right now so that these will be available to turn on and display when I want. But again, I've got some work to do on my display at first. But anyways, guys, I've got a little bit of work to do here. I will be back with you in a moment once I've got him posed up just a little bit. And I might actually use the lightning. And just like that, everyone, I have him out of the box and in a pose. This one is kind of just, I really like the lightning effects. I did accidentally break the one around his waist. Honestly, I should have read the instructions. So this is your post to read the instructions. It did break. I wasn't sure how to get it around him. Maybe it wasn't supposed to go around his waist. I put it around his waist, so just so you know, it will break very easily. But I put the fists on and gave him his electricity, his speed force effects, and I really like it. The base, again, amazing. I'm going to get this plugged in, and once more, I am going to be upgrading my collection or my display where it has power running into it, so I will be able to get that one, my Black Adam and Supergirl all powered up, as well as maybe starting to work on another way to display some of my Iron Man. But anyways, guys, that is it for that unboxing. He's out of the box. I'm going to include a little bit of photos of this guy. He's absolutely amazing. Again, I'd give this figure a 9 out of 10, to be honest with you. I think some of the effects are cool. The only gripe I've seen so far, it seems like his boots are too big for his legs. The suit, again, pinching in the joints, there's not much you can do. You just have to futz it out and kind of work it out, but it will do. If you enjoyed the movie, I'd say definitely add this to your collection, or if you're doing like me, getting a alternate Justice League display going, this is one to add to it. But the Flash lives. Ezra was maybe not the best Flash, but he did have his moments, and hopefully you can capture one with this figure. I, for one, expect to have him displayed with my new Justice League display, or my alternative Justice League display, but once again, another great figure of the Flash. And just since we are taking a look at the brand new Flash, I figured we'd take a look at the Justice League Flash from both the theatrical Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League. I've got the Justice League version here with the Batarang and his Blue Lightning. So you can see kind of the similarities. I didn't mind the first suit. I actually really like the first suit, but you can definitely tell they went for lighter and brighter on the actual solo film. but still both great figures for different displays. And just for the sake of it, here is the Nightmare Flash from Zack Snyder's Justice League with the new Flash suit. Obviously, the difference in height looks about the same. This thing has so much die cast on it, though. I'm trying to see kind of right around the mask. You can kind of see where the mask is. I don't know. I don't know if they took any inspiration. I know that Zack's suit was probably inspired that one, but I don't see any real similarity between his new suit and what possibly could be pieces of it on the Nightmare, but still cool to have 3 Ezra Flashes from the DCEU. And that is the difference between these two. And here is the probably greatest Flash ever, Grant Gustin's Flash with Ezra Miller's. In a race, this guy would definitely take it, but still cool to see 2 different variations that met only the once. And, you know, with this one could go with that, but it's with my DCTV display, and of course, Ezra's going to go with my Justice League display, my alternate Justice League display again. But definitely think that an updated in-mask head sculpt for Grant would have been good, but yeah, definitely shiny for the newer figure. And the bases, Jay Garrick's. Be cool, you could take, if you did have this figure, you know, I often thought like have this one and Grant's in a Flash display, but it really doesn't make sense since there's only 2 Flash figures right now, but still would be cool to put a Flash display together someday. But anyways, guys, that is my comparisons with all of my Flash figures. And just like that, we are at the end here, guys. Now, this figure I purchased brand new a ways back. This review is very late. Again, this is one of the late ones. I apologize. But it was an amazing box opening experience. I really did enjoy the costume in this film. I wasn't the biggest fan of the film, but I did like the suit, which is why I had to go out and get this figure. Now, the one thing I will mention is I haven't actually lit up the chest piece or any of the light up features on the base. Right now, I'm really just trying to get my display back in order. But until then, it's a great suit. I don't really know about the durability for bending any of the arms, legs, etc. The lightning did break during my initial review and posing session. The lightning eventually did fall off of his waist, so I did remove it all, and it looks fantastic without the lightning in the new revised Justice League display that I have. If you're trying to make the lighter Justice League from the old DCEU, this is the figure for you. You could probably still find it at a few outlets. I know I got mine from Sideshow back in the day. I think it's actually either sold out or on a wait list now. But if you do have a chance to get it, I would recommend this one. I do like the suit. Say what you will about the actor. We're not going to get into it here, but I really did like this suit. It is an upgrade. I liked the original suit a little bit better, but this suit really was a great Flash suit to follow up. And if they had have been able to take this to a different sequel or another Justice League film, I was excited to see what they would have done for improvements. Either way, guys, that is it for today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like rating. Subscribe to my channel for more great content coming down very soon. You can follow me on all my socials, Facebook, X, Instagram, Vero, and TikTok. I'll put links to those all down below. I'm also doing movie reviews for every movie I watch on Letterboxd. The link for that will also be below. Thanks all. I will be back with you very soon in my fortress for a new video.